Today I'll be reviewing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. And I'll be passing on my personal opinions on the author and the book throughout the review. So, let me pass on my honest opinion on the author. What I think Roald Dahl's genre always is fiction. I believe that, and his target audience has always been children in their primary ages. So let's start with the book review. So this book was written by Roald Dahl in the 1964, and there was a movie based on this book in 2005. So this book is set in the end of a in the outskirts of a town in a barely standing cottage. So the main character of this story is a kid named Charlie Bucket. He lives with his parents, Mr. Bucket and Mrs. Bucket, along with the both sets of his grandparents. So there was only one bed in their house, and it was given to the elderly, the both set of the grandparents, as they were old and weak, and they lay down in the bed all the time, and they never got up. Um, Charlie went to school. He went to school, and Mr. Bucket was the only person in the house with a job. And what was his job? His job was screwing caps on the tubes of toothpaste. He worked in a toothpaste factory, and he was a cap screwer. So you can just imagine what his pay was. His pay wasn't enough to inundate to the necessities and the requirements of a family. So Charlie slept in the roof, in the canopy, and the only thing that the whole family ate was cabbage soup. They had cabbage soup for breakfast, lunch, and supper. But on Sundays, they could have margarine and bread. And there was only one thing that Charlie longed for. That was chocolate. Charlie desired chocolate, and his family couldn't afford buying chocolates frequently. There was only once in a year that little Charlie got to eat a chocolate bar. That was the occasion of his birthday, when the whole family put together their savings to buy little Charlie a present, the chocolate. So Charlie, whenever he went to school, there was a candy shop that sold Wonka chocolate bars, candy bars. So he'd push his face on the glass and look through the glass. What he would notice was that people buying chocolate bars, eating them greedily, and that he couldn't afford one. That his family couldn't afford one. He longed for chocolate. He desired chocolate. So at that time, Willy Wonka was the most famous chocolate maker in the whole world. So Charlie's grandfather had always told him tales about Mr. Willy Wonka as he worked for him. So Charlie always desired meeting that person and eating his candy bars. So one day, Mr. Willy Wonka announced that he was letting 5 people enter his chocolate factory, see how the magic is done, see the place of the magic, where the magic takes place. He randomly put 5 golden tickets. The golden tickets were something like this. So he put 5 golden tickets in randomly in some chocolate bars. And after putting, he sent them out in the world. And after, here there was the first golden ticket was found by a obese boy named Augustus Gloop. When they saw this news on television, Charlie was a bit grieved. He said that one golden ticket is gone, my chances are way lesser. So Charlie's grandfather said that this kid is so fat, does he really need to go to a chocolate factory? He's eating all the time. And during the TV interview, Augustus was still eating candy bars. Willy Wonka's candy bars. Then the second golden ticket got found, the third, the fourth, and there was one little girl who had cheated to find the golden ticket. So her father ran a factory and she asked her father to buy chocolate bars, Willy Wonka's chocolate bars in abundance, and asked the female workers to de-shell those candy bars to find the golden ticket. And she found the golden ticket. Charlie's grandmother and grandfather said that she needs a spanking. They said that she was a spoiled rich kid. And moving on, the third one was found and the fourth one was found, and Charlie lost all hope. So one day he was going on the street and he found a $10 note, $10 bill. So dug into the snow. So he took out the $10 note, he went to the shop, chocolate shop, he tried his chance, he bought a chocolate bar. There was nothing. He bought a second chocolate bar. There was something golden. There was a spark. He saw that was the golden ticket. Charlie sprang out with happiness. He started jumping. The shopkeeper said, "Good luck, kiddo." So there were people who offered to buy the golden ticket, but the shopkeeper said, "Leave the kid alone," and instructed Charlie to run straight home. So he told his family about this. His family's reactions were priceless. And finally the day came when they had to go to the factory. So Charlie went with his grandfather, and inside the factory he saw everything he had longed for. Chocolate. There were sweet products, sweets, cotton candy, and he saw the behind the scenes, how these things were made. So every single kid was indulged in dismay. Augustus Gloop fell into the chocolate river. One girl got all bloated by eating one chewing gum. One kid got shrinked because of entering a futuristic gadget, which he was instructed not to. And yes, that's it. And one girl fell into a pit of rubbish. So Charlie was the only one that did not indulge in dismay. So Willy Wonka said, "The factory is yours, but you have to leave. But you have to leave your family." So Charlie rejected the offer, as he said that I value my family above anything else, even chocolate. So Willy Wonka had bad terms with his father. Charlie made the terms correct between Willy Wonka and his father. And that is the reason which convinced Willy Wonka to bring Charlie's home inside the factory, and they all lived happily ever after. So what I believe the theme of this book, this story, is family and desire. Because Charlie preferred his family over everything and desired. How one desires about the thing he can't afford, he can't buy. How one desires of the thing that he does not have. And what I believe is that Roald Dahl has used some good vocabulary in this.